Welcome, everybody, to the Pro Wrestling Perspectives podcast. It is April 12th. You're watching episode 11 of this epic podcast series. We ask that you go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, check out the old videos, and drop us a line with perhaps a comment or a request. Or if you want to be on our show, that's prowrestlingperspectives@gmail.com. Now, let me welcome the other crew that's here, fresh off of his no-hitter and excellent game from last week. I want to start off with little man, Braxton. How are you doing, man?
Good. And that no-hitter was like 2 weeks ago.
Hey, it's still good.
Hey, before we continue, I got to ask a question.
Okay.
Yes?
Who's the new guy that we brought on that's sitting beside Braxton? I don't recognize that guy.
Yep, me neither. I believe that's
summertime, babe.
John's brother.
Yeah, that's Chase Whitner. How are you doing, sir?
Good, man. Good to be here. Excited.
Yes, it's going to be a jam-packed episode, which we'll talk about in a second. Chad, how's it going in your neck of the woods?
It's going good. Going good.
Awesome. And Chance, do you have quality internet tonight, or are you going to be going inside your truck?
No, we're good tonight. We're good. All systems go tonight.
Excellent. So tonight's episode, special episode, just like last week. However, this week we'll just have two segments. The first segment we'll be talking about Wrestlemania, a look back at it, going over the matches and how we generally felt, how everything went. And then we will move on to our first ever WWE wrestling draft. And we're going to be divided into two teams, myself and Chance, and Chad and Chase on the other hand. We've already flipped to decide who's going to go first. And so we'll cover all those bases when we get to that point. Let's go right out of the gate to WrestleMania. Let's talk a little bit briefly about the pre-show. Only one or two of us was able to watch this because of the fact that it started early. We can only get over there at a certain time. But I'll give you the three matches that were on the pre-show. And if anybody has an opinion on them, I welcome you to share those. Matt Hardy won the men's battle royal by eliminating Baron Corbin. We were thinking Baron Corbin was the favorite, but I think this was just a sneaky thing just to get everybody fired up. Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali, and I guarantee you at least 75% of the people who watch this pay-per-view or who were there in attendance don't know about these two guys in 205 Live, but it's a really good show. And from what I hear, this was a pretty good match. Then we had Naomi winning by eliminating Bayley. Apparently, Naomi was hiding underneath the ring and came up when Bayley thought she had won and eliminated her. Kind of goes against the whole babyface mentality, but it is what it is. Do any of you guys have any thoughts on either of these three matches that were on the pre-show?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was pissed about the women's battle royal because I had Bayley picked to win that thing, and I thought she had won it because I didn't really see. Like, I kind of saw how Naomi and Becky went out together, but I didn't actually. Like, I just see them hit the ground. I didn't see how they got there, so I thought they were done, and I thought Bayley was it, and I was screaming up and down, excited. And,
yeah, me too.
Got her.
Who picked that right, though?
Naomi pops in there like Randy Orton out of nowhere and takes it. So,
Chase, somehow you called that, and you called the men's battle royal.
Yes.
And you called Cedric Alexander beating Mustafa Ali.
I called that too.
Hey, before we go any further, who's making the racket?
John.
what racket?
Who's making the racket? Chad, what are you doing?
Just sitting here, man.
You hear something? You still
I
hear it?
go. Yeah, keep going.
Okay. It's like it's like eating or something. I don't know. I can't really hear
It's
it.
Fat boy Chad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went 0-3 here. Chase, you went 3-0, and wasn't my night tonight. So the very first match of WrestleMania 34 on the main show, Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Finn. We were all kind of back and forth on this. Actually, before we start on this, let's go around the table here and kind of give your overall impressions of WrestleMania before we start the main show. Chase, after you watched this, thought about it, what's your overall impressions of WrestleMania 34?
I thought it was a good WrestleMania. I thought it was a bit long. After about, I want to say maybe the Daniel Bryan match, it just kind of got, you know what I mean?
The fans started getting boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's just even the fans there. I mean, you got to think, them people were sitting in them stands for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't do that, man. You can't do it. So I thought it was a good WrestleMania. Not as good as I thought it was going to be when you look at the card, but
Yeah.
I thought it was all right. I gave it about a 7. Could have been a 9 or 10, but I gave it about a 7.
Mm-hmm. Chance?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. You look at the card and you think, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing," and it was. I mean, it was great. But sometimes less is more, and if you would have had a little bit less number of matches, you could have made the matches last a little longer. And I don't know, I feel like it would have been more exciting with some longer, like more epic matches, kind of like that one Seth Rollins did with somebody that was like 30 minutes long. I mean, it's just a cool thing. But when you got so many matches to get to, you're kind of limited in what you can do, and I think that kind of surfaced itself during WrestleMania. But I mean, I was
I have
excited
a
about the
question.
whole card. Like you said, there wasn't any bad matches. Even the bad ones were still good matches. They were just, I think it was just like you said, just 6 hours of it, and it gets a little like, all right, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
I
But I
have a
give
question.
I give it a 7, 8 out of 10.
I haven't been watching 205 live or whatever it's called. And has that match with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, has that been building up, or is that a match they just threw in there?
So they kind of did a reboot of it, and they had this tournament. So pretty much everybody that's in 205 Live was part of it. I want to say going back maybe sometime in January. I'm not sure. It's an hour-long show, and they usually have one match per show. So I want to say there was like 16 total matches, maybe 8. And so the story behind all that is just the storytelling is probably the best I've seen in matches consistently in any WWE show. Just marvelous. Plus, you got all the high flying, and sometimes you get one or the other. This show has both, and it's just been great. But to answer your question, it's not like these two have been butting heads. They've been winning matches leading up to this point.
Okay. Because that's what I thought. But, I wanted to be clear.
I think going back to Chase and Chance's point, let's say we drop these 2 battle royals that nobody cares about, and you got Cedric Alexander and let's see, the U.S. title match, maybe one of the others making it onto the pre-show. Then you're down to 12 matches, and you probably got just a little bit better of an opportunity there to get people focused. It was 14 total matches, and if you drop off 2, it's kind of a different story, because those 2 Royal Rumbles were pretty much just garbage filler.
Right.
You said there was 14 total matches or 14 people?
14 total matches.
There was 9 total matches, I think.
Beg your
Didn't
pardon?
feel like that, man. Nothing.
Chad, what are your thoughts on WrestleMania 34 after you watched it and thought about it?
Kind of disappointed, but I mean, it was good just because, like y'all said, there's so much going on. But I thought it would be a little more exciting. Just didn't have that pizzazz most of the fights. But maybe that's just because there's so many. I don't know. Hard to put your finger on. I feel like it's better than some of the past WrestleManias, but I think the Cena Undertaker could have not have been a match at all. I mean, that was kind of you talking
Yeah, I
about.
thought the match was going to be.
You talking about snipping
that was
stuff off?
actually a
That
good
would
match.
have been a snip. If you ask me,
It was only a 5-minute match. I mean,
Yeah,
but
that
the
one didn't
intro
bother
was
me.
15.
yeah, that's true. That's true. The intro was.
And because of that match, we got Elias. So it's a good thing altogether. I think on paper it was set up to be the greatest one ever. It didn't turn out that way, but it was still good. When I look at the card, I don't see any on here that I was not looking forward to. There was something about every match. That's hard to do. Usually it's one or two matches and the rest you're just like, dear God, let me get through this match. Most of these were decent matches on paper. And, if you cut it in half or cut off a couple, we might have a different opinion on it. And the people there might have reacted differently. However, I'll say even in the Braun Strowman match, they were fired up. So that's the second to last match. And they were reacting in the final match too, just not the way that WWE wanted. So
Yeah, true.
that's an overall look at it. So let's now talk about match by match. It's 9:59, so we got about 15 minutes left in this portion of the show. You guys keep tabs on that for me. Seth Rollins defeated Miz and Finn. Like I said, I don't think we would have thrown things at the TV if Seth Rollins or The Miz or Finn had won this. We wouldn't have been disappointed. Seth Rollins is on fire right now. He's burning it down. Fun. Yeah. Tough crowd. So I'm really excited about him. Chance, your thoughts on this match and how you see things going forward?
I'm kind of with you on that. Any of them could have won it and not been mad, but it wouldn't have. Like I almost knew that Finn wasn't going to win it because they've just been. I mean, he's been in a lot of matches and he's doing pretty good in most of the matches, but he's not winning any. So I feel like for me, he was just the odd man out. It was going to be Miz or Seth. And Seth's costume that he came out with was kind of strange. Kind of threw us all for a loop there for a second. But maybe more now.
Yeah, the blue eyes was
should have been like his thing was like burn it down. Why did he look like Sub-Zero?
He was a White Walker from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah.
Braxton, it's okay not knowing, but you should know about it. Chase and Brax tag team this. Your thoughts on this match right here?
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Finn to win it, but in my heart, I really wanted Miz to win it, just so he could have the longest reigning as the Intercontinental Champion. Because I think he's really, as much as people hate him, he's doing his job. He does a really good job of keeping the heat on him. He's a good bad guy. He's done it, year in and year out with no problems, no injuries. He just does what he does, man. So, but I didn't care that Seth Rollins won it. I like Seth Rollins too.
I honestly thought it could have maybe been a better match if it was just Miz and Seth, because Finn hasn't been doing much, and I wouldn't expect him to come back and win that. And yeah, Miz and Seth are just a better group of
They're better. Yeah, they're better at being. They work with each other better than the third guy being in there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Chad?
Good match. I'm kind of with everybody on Finn Balor. He's kind of, had a fall from grace here. It seems like he came on fire with the Demon Cane and Demon Cane. What?
Demon King.
Again. Braun? Is it Braun?
Braun
Vince
Strowman.
Balfour is the Demon King.
Yeah, him and Bray had some good fights with the Demon. But I thought they could have pulled him out for WrestleMania. I don't know why. I think they're getting rid of it, but I think that's part of his shtick that might make him more watchable. I think he's a good wrestler, but he's not like a superstar. So
All right.
Seth Rollins can be a superstar.
I will say one more thing. Seth Rollins is now probably my favorite male wrestler.
I'm back. Seth Rollins and AJ with my favorite male wrestler.
My thoughts on this are, I think what hurt it in my mind, really good match, but what hurt it in my mind is we saw variations of this leading up to WrestleMania. It's probably impossible now that you have Raw 3 hours to avoid this kind of stuff happening. But think back, we had Seth and Finn in back-to-back episodes or something like that. And before then, Angle had Miz wrestle Rollins, and then you had him wrestle Finn in some type of stupid stipulation. I don't know what it was, but we saw all this stuff already. And they threw out some new stuff, but that kind of took away the charm for me. Oh, somebody else is going to have to do this one. I'm just going to say the name of it, and Chase, you're going to have to do the round table for us because I'm still heartbroken. Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka. Chase, you're up.
All right, so I want everybody to know that's watching this podcast or that will watch it later that after this match, John
was crying.
Was just not literally like tears, but was just the rest of the night. He was just sitting over there sulking the whole night.
I was.
So, Charlotte, Asuka, the match was actually better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be, Charlotte being, stiff-legged Charlotte, who, here lately, leading up to this match, you didn't really see a lot from her. And I was extremely surprised at this match. I thought this match was really good, and I enjoyed it. The only reason I picked Charlotte to win this is because she's the only person, John, if you think about it, on the roster that's capable of beating Asuka, or who has the pedigree or the aura to being able to beat her, if you really think about it.
Yeah, made sense.
I mean, John, if she would have fought Alexa Bliss, and what if Alexa Bliss beat her? You'd been more upset, would you not have been?
I don't like Charlotte, so I can't answer that without bias.
Can I say something real quick? I knew Charlotte was probably gonna win, but I didn't expect her to beat Asuka because of the what's it called? The leg thing.
Oh yeah.
By submission. I thought she was
I thought after the spear that should have been it. I don't think she should have got up from the spear and then did the leg lock. But then, as John said, that's her nobody gets out of it basically.
Figure 4 there.
Yeah, but. I don't know. I thought it was good, John. I mean, I hated that it wasn't the same outcome that you wanted, but you can't let her go on winning. If she would have beat Charlotte, that means nobody she'd never lose.
Ronda.
Yeah.
Except for Ronda.
Yeah.
Who just started.
Go ahead, Chad.
And if Ronda beats her, then that makes every other female wrestler look like trash.
Yeah. Let's don't get bogged down to that because I can show you an example of Braun Strowman that it's the same situation and we're okay with it. Chad, go ahead, bud.
I picked Charlotte because of this reason. I knew they had to end the streak at some point. I mean, she got her fame and glory, and she made it. So she's still a Flair. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, whether you like her or not. It kind of is what it is. So,
Chance, did you go ahead and have you already went?
Yes and no, but I wanted to say that I was glad to see Charlotte looked a lot fitter during WrestleMania. I feel like she'd been kind of cashing it in. during the SmackDowns just because she ain't got no competition. She looked like she worked out a little more, hit the treadmill a little more maybe. She looked really good. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, when Frieza goes to its final form. It's a lot more powerful. That was Charlotte looked like she was in her final form there.
You lost me on that.
Well, I threw Dragon Ball Z in.
That's for the
I
kids.
got you, Chance. I got you.
I just got one sentence on it. I'm okay with Asuka losing. It just ended kind of abruptly to me, and it didn't have a lot of power at the end of that match. What I would have liked to have happened is them to give a little bit to Asuka and have her be the first person to reverse the figure 8. And it could go right back into Charlotte's hold, and then she taps out because of the pain or what have you. But I wanted her to have something to go away with instead of she got beat by Charlotte in the story. I know she got the spear,
Right.
but I'm saying that's the one thing that keeps everybody down in the women's division, and that could have been the one thing she had.
That's true. It would have been better if she did the figure 8. She got out of that and then got speared immediately after it. Then it could have been main because she is supposed to be a submission person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have made. That's a good point. Good point.
I would have liked it if Carmella came out there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That I still can't believe we didn't see her at all.
Okay, Jinder defeated Rude, Orton, and Rusev. 2 things about this match that I'm sure is probably on everybody's mind. First, Jinder winning, and then Rusev being the one to take the pin. So WWE just hates its fans and hates that Rusev Day chant, and they just want to jab it in their hearts to let these 2 things happen. Chad, why don't you go ahead with your thoughts? Maybe we can get to this one pretty quick.
Yeah, man, I didn't see it coming, so they they had that going for it. Other than that, the obvious winner should have been Rusev. The next obvious would have been Orton, and they just went total, roll the dice here. Let's just let Jinder get back, and they'll have somebody take it from him pretty quick. But I thought it was a good little twist on the thing.
Chase and Chance, we really only have about 5 minutes left to spend on this whole stinking pay-per-view. So briefly talk about Jinder. You want to skip it? Okay. I'm also going to say Bludgeon Brothers defeated Usos and New Day. And I want to focus on this. If we don't get to anything else, I want to focus on the match of the night, and I'm sure everybody would agree with this. The surprise of the night, too. Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey defeated Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Everybody in this match was an all-star. Yeah. And I was like, Stephanie McMahon going to screw this up. Ronda Rousey is going to screw this up. The exact opposite happened. It was a perfect match from start to finish. They did the right things at the right time. Stephanie got her heel heat at the beginning of it, and then Ronda exploded. Everything she did was crisp and smooth, like she'd been wrestling for 15 years. I loved it. Chase, you started us. What do you think?
Loved it. It also tells me, John, how much time do you think they spent working on this match?
Chad, I wish what you were saying,
to be that perfect. They worked and worked and worked and worked on that match, dude. But it went off great. I was extremely surprised.
Very.
Chad, you were the one that said Stephanie McMahon and Ronda Rousey better be in the gym working on their moves, and you were correct. What do you think about the match?
Yeah, I mean, it was either they noticed, they hear everything that people say, and they noticed there was a bunch of real slow movement or like real glitchy kind of movement. They noticed that, and they were probably like, "Man, we got to figure this out." I think it had a little bit to do with maybe they got a little lucky too. Maybe it just in the energy. The energy got going, and I think the fans were way behind it. I think that's what's going to make Ronda a big sell. And it's kind of sad the way they've built it. Luckily, we're past all that junk, hopefully. But it was kind of, I hated seeing her like sit at a table talking and all that. Like I thought that was kind of dumb, but hopefully most of that's over and she can just start wrestling.
Chance?
Yeah, this is why that stat that you sent us the other day where WWE has featured new talent in the main event of WrestleMania like one time in the last 6 years, whereas previously it was way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to get back to that because the thing is, when you got new talent, you don't know what's going to happen, which adds to the excitement level of the match. For me, this match was probably one of my top 5 wrestling matches I've ever watched. Now, it could just be because I'm a casual and I haven't watched a whole lot, but I was really excited. I thought it was really well done.
I've watched a lot. I would say it's top 5 too for me.
I would have to agree with Uncle Chad because he said that he didn't like how they were signing the stuff at the table, and what makes that match so special that they don't do that with every single other match, a pay-per-view or a big match?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, on the rest of these, only one of us is going to talk about them, and that way we can get through so we can talk about Brock versus Roman Reigns, which I think is the most important. Undertaker defeated Cena. And this came after the Elias segment. About who was talking about this earlier? Chad, take this one. Your thoughts on it?
It was kind of crappy. I think the Elias thing was sad for Elias, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
To be honest, I'd rather him just fought with Braun like we thought was going to happen, or did something. I just think that was sad for him. That was his WrestleMania moment, was just messing with Cena. And then the match itself was just kind of eh. I mean, yeah, we got to see Undertaker beat him. We knew he was going to win. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Cena's been taking the fall for a lot lately, so there's no way
Undertaker was going to lose. The only good thing for me about that match is being able to see Taker end on a high note because he looked really good in that match, whereas the last time he saw him, he didn't look so good.
But he's not done, so anyway.
Chase, Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon defeated Cammy. Your thoughts? Huh? What? What are we doing?
I'm not a huge Daniel Bryan. I like him, and this pushed me over the limit with him. I loved it. I hated the way it started, and that kind of sucked. Yeah. But I enjoyed the match. I was actually surprised how much I enjoyed it, but I liked it. I mean, I'm gonna keep it short and simple, but I liked it. I was proud of him. He did a good job. I thought he showed me some stuff, so I'm looking forward to watching him.
Always a good match when Cammy gets beat.
Yeah.
Chance, you're going to be doing AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Before then, you had Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss. To me, this should have been a stomp, and it should have been over quick. I think Alexa Bliss got a lot of offense she shouldn't have, and based on how long the card was, I think it should have been simple. Come in, beat the crap out of Nikki James, then you go in the ring, you take down Alexa Bliss, ball game. That did not happen, and it's okay, but I thought it would have been better for the card and better for Nia Jax as well. Chance, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura, your thoughts?
I don't know if one of y'all said this or if I came up with this on my own, but anyways, I think it would have been better if they had started Shinsuke's turning heel earlier. That way it would have built up a little better into WrestleMania and would have been a little more exciting for the match, and maybe the fans would have gotten behind it a little more. But that was a great – I think they did a great job of planning that out. I think they kind of oversold it. It was kind of cheesy the way they did it, how long it took them to do it. But I think it was a good move for them and for Shinsuke.
Okay, Chase, you get a bonus one here. Braun Strowman and Nicholas defeated the Bar. Your thoughts?
Hated it. You know me, I'm a Braun Strowman lover. Yeah. But I hated the way they did this. This could have been so much better, dude.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been so much better if they would just put Elias in there with him and just, oh my gosh, it could have been a great match too. I mean, if you really think about it, he made Sheamus and Cesaro look like punks.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of are compared to him, though.
They are, but they're not. They're still tag team champs. You tell me y'all couldn't beat one dude? You're supposed to be the best. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just I love Braun Strowman. Don't get me wrong, but I thought this was a bad angle that they went with this match.
All right, Brock defeated Roman Reigns in probably the most bizarre match on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like the whole match was setting up to make Roman Reigns look like he's a lowercase god, but then Brock Lesnar defeated him. We got blood in this match, and we got about 6,000 F5s that he kicked out of everyone except for the last one. Braxton, take it away, bud.
Finally. Well, first of all, y'all all thought I was crazy when I said that Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns was going to be the main event for WrestleMania.
We didn't think you were crazy on that.
He did. John did.
No, we didn't think you were crazy on that.
Anyways, it was good, and Dad said something about Braun Strowman not doing Brock Lesnar not doing something that he was supposed to do. Like, you said that there was a bunch of commotion with...
Oh, talking about with McMahon, he didn't, something was going on in the back.
He didn't stay out in the ring long enough or something.
Yeah, he just... he was tired. He was ready to go home. He's been there all day. He's ready to take it to the house. I don't blame him. But I was surprised that he won. I think we were all surprised that it was. Did anybody pick Brock Lesnar?
I did.
Chance. I
didn't.
I'm like, really? I'm like, he's keeping the belt. I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
Could not believe it. He kept the belt.
He's going to UFC, right? Yeah.
I don't know about that. I just thought that they want a champion that's fighting. Like with AJ, he fights every week.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
And Brock don't do nothing. I mean, I love Brock too. I love what he's done for the sport, and I love what he's done outside of WWE. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know which way they're going now.
And also, like, you know how McMahon. I don't know what's wrong with me in the names today. Whatever his name, McMahon. Vince McMahon. He said that Brock Lesnar earned to not have to be able to fight each week. But I would think AJ Styles earns that more because he fights more than Braun.
Brock. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was happy that we got some blood. I was happy with that.
No.
A little too much.
It was. He got him good, brother.
Chad, go ahead. You got the floor.
Brock won because Brock's a superstar, and Roman Reigns isn't.
Mm.
And y'all convinced me otherwise, and y'all made me pick Reigns. So.
No, we didn't say. We didn't say he was superstar. We just knew that it was 4 years, and everybody was ready to tap out and let Roman Reigns take it. 2 points for me, and then we'll move to the draft. One, I think we're all scared of a world without Brock Lesnar because he is the connection to the outside world. Hopefully, Ronda Rousey can take that spot. And then they're doing a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. They got the same people involved in that match. I bet that is where Roman Reigns takes the belt because he'll be in a different environment there, and they'll all be excited that Roman Reigns is there.
So Brock and him are fighting in a cage match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I want to watch that.
And that's Friday day? That's like next Friday?
11 o'clock a.m.
Okay.
Dang, I'm in lunch, man.
You streaming that?
I don't know.
I mean, can I stream it on my phone, John?
If you got unlimited data, yeah. Or if you got Wi-Fi, I wouldn't do it. You didn't have that. He's gonna eat it up more than Uber and Lyft. Okay, let's go into our draft. Here are the rules. You have 1 minute to pick. If you do not pick in that time, I have a hat here with a bunch of NXT names. You might get somebody good like Ricochet, or you might get somebody bad like Montez Ford. I can't even tell you who that is. So keep that in mind. I I guess you can communicate out loud to your partner, but you may not want to. It's all up to y'all if you want to send somebody a text, because you don't want to say, hey, I want this guy. And that son of a John, Chad, will pick him because he knows that you want him. So Chad and Chase, you won the right to pick. And what's going to happen here is you get to decide if you want to do the first pick or if you want second and third pick. So I think y'all decided to do second and third pick. Is that correct?
Yeah. And I'm going to alternate my picks with Braxton. So if Chad picks and then I pick, and Chad picks, then Braxton's going to pick for me.
All right. Chance, how you got my list, or how do you want to do that? You have access to it?
No, it's on my phone.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started.
Phone and Google.
We'll just talk.
Okay. I don't even need to start the timer on ours. I'm going to go with our first pick of the draft is Braun Strowman. You guys are on the clock. 1 minute.
Wow.
No.
We can't talk about that first?
No, go. We don't have time for it, babe. We'll talk
Oh, my gosh. All right, Chad, I want somebody that has a belt. So you know who I want?
I don't care. It's your pick. AJ?
Yep.
Yes.
I want AJ Styles.
Yes.
Okay, you got.
All right.
Wait. Let me start that. A new timer for you.
All right, Chad, you
I
go.
don't need a timer.
Go ahead.
Give me a Brock.
Oh.
Wow. So our show has both champs. How does that work, John?
Well, I wasn't even thinking about championships. I was talking about starting over and having a new show.
Just go.
All right. Brock is off the table. Our second pick, which is the third of the draft, is Ronda Rousey.
John.
Okay, 1 minute on the clock for you guys.
Seth Rollins. Yeah, I should have just.
You probably could have waited on that one.
You going with Seth Rollins?
Mhm.
All right. He is off the table. Starting a new timer over again. Chance, in the top 5 or 6, I got DB, Samoa Joe. I know you have him lower, but I like him. I think he's got a lot of potential being a good heel. Finn and Shinsuke. That's 4, 7, and 8. 4, 6, 7, and 8.
Got a belt. I want everybody that has a belt.
Joe, Finn, Shinsuke. It's our shows, dude. We can do whatever we want to. It's not matter.
No, Seth Rollins.
You want to do DB?
Yeah, let's do DB.
All right, DB is officially off the board.
We can't
pick this person.
Okay, Braxton, Chase, and Chad, you're on the clock.
Daniel Bryan?
Steve, right?
Daniel
Steve.
Bryan's gone. Huh? Or Chad?
It's my turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, taking somebody like The Rock just don't make sense, right?
I wouldn't
No,
take. Let's put him off the board. He's not really active.
That's what I figured. All right. Who did I just have? How's the tag teams work? You get the tag team, right?
You pick a tag team against both people.
Or
I'm okay with that.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Why is this hard? I guess I'm just gonna go Roman Reigns. Just keep it trained.
yes.
Okay.
All right, Roman Reigns is off the table. Our time starts now. I wanted to stay away from the tag teams, Chance, but if you want to take one, you can take the one that you thought was good. But, I mean, there's a lot of good talent that was still on the board that's singles competitors.
How far down you got?
I wanted to, but you can do it.
My number 4 guy.
I can't even remember that. What's your 4 guy?
Oh, you ain't got on there. Mizzy.
I got him number 9. So there's 3 guys ahead of him. But we can go with The Miz if you want. He's excellent, and we need some heels on the roster.
Yeah, true. Let's do that.
All right. Miz is off the board. And I'm not keeping up with y'all's number of the picks.
So y'all have, let me get this right, y'all have Daniel Bryan and Miz. And Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, Daniel Bryan, and The Miz. You guys have AJ, Rollins, Roman, and Brock.
Brock.
I'm starting your timer.
Chase, it's on you, isn't it?
It's my pick.
Uh-huh.
Charlotte.
Oh, good one. Good in.
Well, I had to. So okay.
Are you, John?
Okay. I'm gonna go with Samoa Joe. And by the way, I'm not keeping up with the number that we picked because I can't really do that. I'm just squaring our picks and I'm Xing off the ones that you guys pick.
Yeah.
Y'all are on the clock. 1 minute.
That's me, right?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, you good for me next time.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
No.
Excellent pick.
All right.
Right.
All right. Chance, you want to go with a tag team because I don't think we have one yet.
Yeah, you want to go Uso or Bar?
Definitely not Bar. Bar's not even on my list, so let's go Usos.
Really? All right. You don't like the Bar?
No, they're just fillers on the show.
I love them.
Cobrax.
The bar.
What?
Don't go to the bar.
No.
Go New Day.
No, dude, you do not do that.
Duh.
Why'd you pick a New Day over them? I don't care how many titles they have. Just go another
You're picking
single.
who over who?
Actually, no, change that. I don't want those guys.
Got a pick.
You're
Carmella.
about to get an NXT guy.
Lord have mercy.
What's this guy doing? Quit! We ain't doing Carmella, Chase. What you got him picking for?
All right.
And I don't mind Carmella. She's got the
Money in the bank.
Money in the Bank.
Duh.
All right. Pause right here.
They probably don't know that.
Let's pause right here on the time. I want you to think about what you're doing. You're talking about today. Okay, congratulations. You have the women's champ. But what about the future, which is what we're doing here? It's a draft.
Why aren't we picking Asuka over Carmella, Chase?
That's what I was wanting to do is Oscar, but I mean, yeah, he's his own person.
Okay, let's resume. You picked Usos last time, Chance. I'm going to go with I'm going to drop down a little bit off mine, just a tad bit.
You got to keep up with your list now.
Man, I want to go New Day, but they've had a ton of matches together, but they're still great. I'm going to hold off on another tag team, and I'm going to go Sasha Banks.
Okay. Good deal.
All right, you guys have a minute. Chad, I think you're up.
So we have Carmella on our roster.
Yep.
Yes.
Correct.
She's the champ, though, Chad. She got the belt.
Let's see here.
32 seconds.
Do I need a woman or tag team, or just up to me?
I say take a tag team. We don't have a tag team yet.
That's why I was trying.
I'll let Braxton do that. Freak that.
All right,
Give me Oscar.
All right.
Asuka is off the table. Chance, you can go tag team. I see Finn, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Rusev.
Bobby Lashley, that's a big dude.
Elias, Sami Zayn. Who you got, bruh?
I'm thinking Elias or Bliss.
I think you can't go wrong with either one. They're both very young.
Tough call. I just feel like after Bliss, with the girls left, there's a big drop off. So I'm gonna go Bliss.
Okay, good deal. All right, fellas, you are on the clock. 1 minute.
Chase?
I'm going to go. Man, I'm torn. I'm going to say Elias.
Good pick. Good pick. All right, Elias is off the board. I'm going to go with Finn Balor as our next pick. So you guys have a minute.
All right. Hmm. Let's see. So nobody picked the bar yet?
No.
Braxton was going to.
But then he cussed me out about that.
Y'all want New Day or the bar?
I had both of those.
I'd rather have New Day. I'd rather have
A champion.
25 seconds.
Dang, bro,
You
hurry.
got a person in mind? How about this? Dean Ambrose.
nice.
Yes.
Braxton
All right.
loved that pick. I'm surprised that wasn't Braxton's first pick.
Chance, you got the tag team they just mentioned. Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Sami Zayn, Bailey. Authors of Pain, which is an up-and-coming one, Ember Moon, and Becky. I think everybody below that.
I'm thinking Bailey or New Day. Help me out there.
I would go New Day.
All right.
Going to build up that tag team division. All right.
Go ahead and get the bar, Brax.
I thought you already said that.
No, he didn't.
Well, then we need the bar.
All right. The bar.
So we're taking the bar over Bludgeon Brothers?
Yeah, we'll get them next.
All right.
Will you?
Y'all can have 3 if you want.
We're on 1 minute now, and I'm going to go with the guy I don't know a lot about necessarily, but they already talked about him going up against Brock over the summer. Bobby Lashley. He will be the first African-American heavyweight champion on our brand. All right, guys.
Is that your prediction right now?
No, that's what me and you're going to do.
On whose brand?
Whichever one, it don't matter. It could be Raw or SmackDown Live. I'm saying whichever one we are. WWE history, he's going to be the first
we have
heavyweight
Brock
champion.
and AJ, so good luck.
Well, John didn't think about it that way. He was just saying he's
I
going
know,
to pick.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I thought that's how we would pick it. I mean, if you're really going to
No,
pick.
that's fine. We're going to make our own shows and do our own thing anyway. All right, my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to look for, Chad?
30 seconds.
I think he still has talent, even though they're crapping on him right now. Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right. So we're on 1 minute now. Chance, I see Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bailey, Authors of Pain, Ember Moon, Becky, and then I got the rest that we can cover in a little bit.
I don't really care about any of them, so you can pick on that one.
All right. I'm gonna go. See, y'all took Charlotte. I got Ronda and I got Sasha.
And Bliss.
Yeah, and Bliss. It's a pretty dang good one to start off with. I'm gonna give my mid card a boost here. I'm gonna pick Sami Zayn. All right, 1 minute, fellas.
Your turn, Dan.
Chase?
Y'all pick Kevin Owens so we can get them split up.
Who's Chase's turn?
I actually was debating Rusev or Matt Hardy, Chad.
Oh.
Rusev all day.
Yeah.
All right, Rusev.
Snuck in there. Okay.
Steal the draft.
Yep. Sleeper.
Unless you keep doing with him what he's been doing.
So
I'm changing that, babe. I'm riding that pony.
Chance, I like the idea of building up our women's division because I think we have a lot of talent on top. Braun, Samoa Joe, Finn, Miz.
Yeah, okay with that.
Maybe we need one more big name or a guy that we can turn into a big name.
I'm thinking we could go Jinder or Corbin or Orton.
I go with Orton. I don't like the other two that much.
All right.
I don't like Randy Orton, but I'll keep him. 1 minute, guys.
You said Rhino?
He's a good name just to have.
All right.
You said Titus O'Neil?
Randy Orton.
Right.
All right, my
Randy's a good
turn.
name just to have in your back pocket.
It's me, right?
And
No,
he can wrestle anybody. He's got the type of body he can wrestle anybody in a big match.
Oh, give me.
30 seconds, guys.
Give me old Becky Lynch.
Nice. That's 4 women, so we're good with women for a little while.
Crabs.
All right, 1 minute chance. I think you're picking this one if I'm not mistaken.
We got
Oh, yeah.
4 good
Where'd you get the
women
last
though,
one?
dude.
Did you do Randy? You did Randy.
He did Randy.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil.
Well, we can discuss.
Okay, here's a couple that come to mind. I like Bailey. I like Authors of Pain. I like Ember Moon. Jason Jordan's a sneaky one. He's got that young youth factor. Huh?
Tell me more about Authors of Pain. What is that?
They're just 2 big guys. They look like Samoans, but they're from some Eastern European country. They debuted last Monday night.
I like if we do Bailey, we got the whole Sasha Bailey thing. Do you want to do that or not?
We got 15 seconds, so let's do it. Bailey.
Where's he going? Bludgeon?
1 minute.
Is he going bludgeon?
I wanted to go maybe Jinder Mahal or Bludgeon.
Go bludgeon.
I
don't like Jinder.
But alright. But that
I'm looking for a heel. We don't have really a good heel.
And Jinder Mahal is a really good heel.
Yeah, we got Shinsuke.
Bray Wyatt. We got Bray Wyatt.
No, we don't.
Shinsuke too.
35 seconds.
Shinsuke's a brand new heel, babe.
Yeah, I say Bludgeon because we don't have another.
Okay, make Roman Reigns a heel. You want to go Bludgeon?
Yeah, I say Bludgeon Brothers, guys.
All right.
We only have one
Bludgeon.
other.
See, the whole
but
point
would you
of
call
this,
Roman Reigns a heel because they're trying to bring him
I'd push him
back.
as a heel.
it's our show. We're in control of this. It's not like we have to take what they do. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, we
1
got.
minute. You said Bludgeon Brothers. Yep. So,
that's a pretty good squad.
Authors of Pain, Ember Moon. I want to get Jason Jordan if at all possible. But
Kurt Angle's son?
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential.
You mean Kurt Angle's son?
That dude ain't wrestling again.
Jason Angle.
You mean
Jason Angle.
What do you think, Chance?
Yeah.
Who was the other one you said besides Ember?
Authors of Pain, Ember Moon, Jason Jordan are the ones that I care about out of what's left.
All right, you can get one of them. I don't care. I don't really care about what's left. I mean, I don't have a great care about what's left. I have one tag team I like a lot, but if you like the other tag team, you can go with them.
AOP. Okay, guys, y'all are up.
All right. What's the deal with? Did y'all do Sami Zayn already?
Yep.
Yeah.
KO still there?
Yep.
Yeah. Kevin Owens?
You sure they're gonna split them up? Oh yeah, this is us.
Split them.
You got
Cena
him?
or Kevin Owens.
I like Kevin Owens.
The sad scene is like not even getting picked for 30 pick.
That is KO's a great pick for how far we are in the draft. Excellent.
Yeah, we'll take him.
He's like a value pick. Like a New England Patriots pick. 1 minute. Chance, I'm just going to suggest people, and you can tell me no or yes.
Give me three people. I'll pick one.
Ember Moon, Jason Jordan, and for the
Corbin
Jeff
hadn't been
Hardy.
picked, has he?
I don't like him. He's not going to be on our. He's not going to be on our roster unless he shaves his head and gets plastic surgery on that belly.
What was the third one you said?
Ember Moon, Jason Jordan, and Jeff Hardy.
Let's do Ember Moon.
All right.
I like her a lot.
Yep. 1 minute, guys. Me too.
All
right, Chad. Female or male?
Don't matter to me.
We got four women.
Well, then that should be no.
There's only other one woman I would want.
We could go Naomi.
Naomi or Bailey's the only other women I'd want.
Bailey
was taken.
Bailey's gone. Yep, Sasha and Bailey on our roster, and
Ooh,
Ronda Rousey.
I do like.
Bring it to the floor.
I like Mandy Rose, but not for wrestling reasons.
Oh no!
You got 15 seconds, by the way.
I got Naomi.
That's a good pick, Bri. All right. So,
All right, what do
next
we
up,
need, John? What do we need? What are we lacking?
we got a lot of women, but there's nothing wrong with having more. We got Authors of Pain, New Day, and Usos as our tags.
So we can get another tag.
Yep. And you want to do Brizango, or what was that one?
I want to do Gable Benjamin or Gallows Anderson.
Gable and Benjamin. I like that. Gable and what's the other one called? Chad, Gable,
Benjamin.
Shelton. Yeah, you're right. My bad. That's an excellent one,
I like
man. That's stacked. That is stacked. 1 minute, guys.
All right.
Do y'all have New Day?
Yes.
Yep.
We got everybody good.
Yeah. Oh, I can make anybody a tag team, John. That's what's great.
I'll make Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns a tag team.
Yep.
No.
Against Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh.
All right, give me
Cena?
Yeah, go ahead and just give me Cena.
I'll take Cena.
We'll take the names. We'll just start taking the names. Right out
Okay.
these names.
You're going to take Adrian Peterson, aren't you?
Yeah. Give me Shawn Alexander, please.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Jeff Hardy because he's got some potential every now and then to creep up into the the world heavyweight division.
Okay.
All right, guys, y'all are up.
Braxton?
Y'all got Vince Balfour yet?
Yes, we got them.
That would have been a steal.
Alright, I'm looking. Nia Jax.
All right.
Ooh.
Is Gender still out there?
We're not
Yeah.
getting them. We will not have gender on our roster.
I was gonna pick him. So.
I like Gender.
You can have them, babe. So who have we got left on my list? We're not having Rude either. I can't stand them. Jason Jordan, Mustafa Ali, Mickey James, Sonya Deville, Matt Hardy, Sarah Logan.
Matt Hardy still out there?
Yep.
Isn't Sarah Logan part of the tag team though?
Delete.
They're not tagging. I guess we could have done Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, but that kind of happened at the last second. What do you think, bro? 22 seconds. You want to do Matt?
What's the again that you had?
I got Jason Jordan, Mustafa Ali, Mickey James, Sonya Deville, Matt Hardy, Sarah Logan. 9 seconds.
We can do Jason Jordan if that's the one you're really wanting to get or to make sure you get.
Yeah, that's the future right there. 1 minute, guys.
Who'd you get?
Jason Jordan.
All right, give me Can I make a tag team and you give me both of them?
No.
If there's
There
a
is a
couple
tag team.
nobodies,
You got Gallows and Anderson out there still.
I just don't like them.
They're not doing a lot though.
You're not going to get 2 for the price of 1, Chad. It has to be an official tag team. 25
Corbin's
seconds.
still out there.
Hey, what about
Corbin's still out there.
we already got the Shield, so.
Hey, give me
Or Chad Gable.
He's part of the
No,
tag, and he's already picked.
they already did. Just give
Oh,
me
y'all took him?
Gallows Anderson.
Okay.
Got to round out our roster, guys.
I'm fine with it.
All right.
What you thinking, Chance?
What's your list again?
I have Mustafa Ali, Mickey James, Sonya Deville, Matt Hardy, Sarah Logan, and you had. Trying to see what difference. You got the Riot Squad.
Braxton.
Can we do Riot Squad and get all 3 of them?
I got your pig.
I want to do either. I want to do either like Riot or Mickey or like Breezango, somebody crappy tag team that our other guys can beat up on.
All right, let's do Riot Squad.
Okay.
Braxton.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, you're on the clock.
Who's my pick? What are you talking about?
Get Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Not gonna happen.
I would have Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
It's a tag team. He got to give it to us.
Is it our turn?
Pull
Yes.
him from the Miz.
They already got the Miz.
What about Dolph? What about Dolph, Chad?
Oh, Dolph!
Picking the Miz.
What about Dolph?
You get the Miz to ride. That's just part of the package.
That's bullshit.
Who's got Russo?
We do.
We do, so
Make
then
up
we
2 guys, but you can pick one.
20 seconds.
And you don't wrestle.
Bobby Roode, maybe?
There you go.
I'd say Baron Corbin.
I like Bobby Roode better than Corbin.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
9
How much
seconds.
time we got left?
9, 7.
All right, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode!
Okay.
Woo!
Glorious.
Oh, somebody get called.
All right. I don't even know what number we're on.
We're pretty deep.
How do you spell Bobby,
You're
please?
keeping up with all this, right?
I don't have the
Yeah, I'm
numbers, but I
trying.
have the Mickey James, Chance.
What about Coachman, John?
But Ali.
I like Ali. Ali it
Coachman,
is.
John.
You won't know. He's an idiot. You can't pick him. All right, 1 minute, gentlemen.
It's on me.
Are we
Cedric
speaking
Alexander.
cruiserweights now?
Cedric Alexander.
Ooh. Ooh. Sexy pick. Sexy pick.
I'll use from here, John. We're past my realm of expertise.
Well, guys, before we go any further, I'm counting. We're supposed to do a top 25, I think.
Oh, shit.
And we're like at, I don't know, maybe
30. We got to be close to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just stop.
Yep. We can stop here.
Stop with those cruiserweight picks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I think altogether, both of these, we did a good job of dividing it up. I think your highlights are AJ and Rollins, Charlotte.
And Lesnar.
And Lesnar. Heck of a group of wrestlers. We got Braun, Ronda Rousey. We're going to get that female demographic with Ronda Rousey. We still have Daniel Bryan, who is more over than anybody on the roster. And I think our female division is pretty stacked. I got a lot of scribble for yours. Do you see any other highlights in y'all?
I mean, I don't know, John. I think ours is pretty high. I mean, you got quiet. We got Charlotte Flair.
Single studs. Y'all got the tag and the women.
Yeah, we got Charlotte, Asuka, Becky, Naomi.
Carmella.
Why are you yelling at us?
Am I yelling?
Am I? Probably.
Naomi.
I think we got more star power. Y'all got more depth, but I got more stars.
Y'all might have better storyline.
Braun. You don't think he's a star? Ronda Rousey. She's a star. We got Finn. We got
Finn.
New Day. Finn
Finn
Balor.
Poo-Poo Balor.
New Day. Well, the fans love him, man. New Day, Usos. Sasha Banks is on our roster.
I was pissed about that.
Our
I
people
did
aren't
want
even
Sasha
have to wrestle. They just get out there and get on the mic.
What's your language, Chad?
We could have had Sasha instead of Carmella, I believe.
Yeah.
But she had the belt,
No,
Chad.
Carmella was
She's got
Money. She got a
Got
title.
the money in the bank.
Even though you're making your own show and do whatever you want.
Well, see, I wasn't thinking about it that way. I was thinking about like if we were drafting like now.
You draft the talent, Chase. You don't draft where they're at in the world.
Well, I'm thinking like I thought we were drafting like we were having to manage the people that what they are
drafted
now.
NBA players. You don't.
Oh, we're doing the
a
auction
teammate.
draft. Oh, I thought we was just picking people.
Mm-hmm. So,
So-
I don't know.
Happy
I don't know what
with
that
what we
means.
We're
Me neither.
doing it.
okay, guys, wonderful show. We're a few minutes past. Just want to say, do those things for us. Like, subscribe, give us some feedback. You're going to be on the show. Let me know. Chad, you got to get with your boy. You got to get him on the show too here pretty soon. Now that we're past WrestleMania season. Any parting words from this motley crew of individuals?
Look out next week. We'll have a new washed up wrestler. Or what are you calling
Chances
that?
Rant.
What are you calling that?
Played
Who?
out wrestling.
Played out Rassilus.
There'll be a play out
All I
wrestler.
know is our roster is going to dominate y'all's roster. Y'all's TV show is going to be.
You crazy?
Garbage.
You crazy?
Garbage.
Crazy.
I know I do better storylines than what Chance is going to be able to
All
bring to the
y'all
job.
gonna be doing is eating pancakes.
Yeah.
Y'all got guys dancing around, throwing around pancakes.
But we got
No,
the
that's
new
what they're
folk
doing
penitentiary,
now.
too. Yeah, we're straightening that up. No more pancakes.
No more pancakes. Although I
Okay.
did like the short stacks at the
Y'all should
WrestleMania.
just get Big E as a solo and have Kofi and Xavier tag
They
team.
you can't split up the 2
You
days.
can do whatever they
Do
want.
whatever
I
you
know,
want.
but why? I know you. They can't do
They're
it.
going to split them up eventually anyway.
Big E is a star in the making.
Yep.
What I got to say before we go is when we talk again, we're going to have a new Universal Heavyweight Champion. And
You
his
think
name
so, huh?
is Roman Reigns.
Durr, but we got him.
I
And
don't
Brock.
think so, man.
He don't get it.
I don't think so.
That boy's Chase right there. That's his flesh and blood right there. All right, guys. But on that note, we'll see you guys next Thursday, 9:30 or 9:45, depending on what chance.
Hey, we probably won't be. I won't be here next Thursday.
Dun dun dun.
We'll be traveling. Braxton's got a choir performance in Atlanta.
But
that
no,
we'll be
that's
traveling.
not on Friday.
We're traveling Thursday,
For what?
so we leave Thursday after work. So we'll
Does
probably be
wherever you're
still.
going not have Wi-Fi?
Probably, but
Got to put
I'll
this
have
podcast
Ronnie.
in my
I'll
pocket
have
again.
Ronnie and Pam in the background too. So
Well, even better.
Got to put this podcast in my pocket again.
I don't know what it is.
All right, guys. On that note, we will see you later.
all right, man.
Later.
Peace out.
Peace.